Hey everybody, welcome to Vlogmas Day 22. Y'all, I know it's not looking festive. I know. I'm trying to be more festive. This whole end of Vlogmas, like, I've been trying to be more festive and have more festive things go on in my videos and everything. But honestly, sometimes life just doesn't work out like that. Right now, I'm about to eat. Like, it's nighttime. What time is it? Not nighttime, but it's currently 9:44 and I'm so freaking hungry. I'm about to eat and I was like, about to do a mukbang with y'all. I am eating Taco Bell. I don't know why I've been really liking me some Taco Bell lately. Like, I used to work at Taco Bell a very long time ago. Where is my sour cream? It was back when I was in high school. I worked there for a very, very short time because it got robbed. So I wasn't there, of course, when it got robbed, but your girl wasn't playing it. I'm like, y'all getting robbed? No. So I quit there and my boss was like kind of upset and stuff. He was talking about, well, maybe your mom will let you work at Meijer when it gets built in a few years. And you know what's really crazy about that is the fact that I did work at Meijer a few years later. Meijer was like my summer job when I was in school and stuff. I worked there for a couple months, maybe 2 months, and then I quit. I ghosted them. Don't do that, okay? Put in your 2 weeks notices. But I didn't like working at Meijer at all. It was very boring. It was a lot of work. I worked in a deli at Meijer. And you know, if you know me, my hair, my nails, all of that, I like to keep, you know, keep myself up, and at Meijer I couldn't do that. We always had to wear a hairnet. We couldn't have our nails no type of way, and they wanted me to take my nose piercing out, and I wasn't doing that. So I worked there for a little while. They only paid like what, $10 an hour or something like that, and back then I was thinking, I'm getting big bucks. No, but I was saving up for my camera in my MacBook, and then I ended up not even getting the freaking camera because let me tell you what happened. So I got me a Baja Blast here, but back when I was working that job, I only had one checking account, and that was my form checking account, and that was connected to my parents' bank account. So all of my money was direct deposited into my account, and I go to try to order my camera. Like, I had enough money, well more than enough money. I had been saving it up, taking it out of my account so that I could just have it. I put it on my card and I tried to use it, and they kept declining it. And so my parents is like, I don't know why it's declining. I don't know why it's declining. And then they tell me that I have a limit on how much I can spend on that card because it was like I don't even know, a kids account. I'm saying kids, but you know, it was a joint account with my parents. So it was basically telling me I have to call the bank and authorize. But I'm like, I don't know how to do none of that. Like, my mama said that she was gonna do it for me. I don't know if everybody's mama is like my mama, but when she said she gonna do something, she don't do it. Like, for the longest. So she didn't do that for a long time. I ended up spending all the money, and I didn't get to get my camera back then. But I opened my own Chase account, my Chase checking account, which is my main bank account now. I mean, I still have the Form account that's attached to theirs. Don't really use it, but my main bank account is with Chase. First of all, I don't know why you would have Form in the first place. Like, there's only like one Form that I've ever seen in Indiana, like, if we're being honest. And then especially now, like, Chase has like Zelle and everything. Like, it's so much easier than trying to go to a Form. I got my camera when I got a refund from school. So I wasn't working, but I got a refund because it was because of COVID and everything. So everything was going on with COVID, and we had to come home like in the middle of the semester. So they refunded like $3,000 to me, and I used it for my camera, and of course got other stuff and everything like that. But that's when I finally got my camera in 2020, and finally started thinking about doing YouTube for real. Even though I still didn't really start YouTube until summer 2020. Then I wasn't even started on YouTube. I was just uploading sometimes or doing videos sometimes, but I didn't get serious about YouTube until after I had Lay. well, I was kind of serious about YouTube before I had Lay, because I wanted to do like videos leading up to like the labor and delivery vlog and everything like that, but I had a lot going on back then. I had just moved out, like I was coming into my young adult life thinking I was grown, and ended up pregnant. If we being honest, I can tell y'all this, I didn't always know I wanted to be a content creator. Let me be honest. This taco is definitely not as crunchy as the one I had in that other video. But anyway, so when I first started college, I was in college for nursing, and I went to the University of Louisville. University of Louisville was the first college that I ever went to. I went on a college visit there and I loved it, so I went there first, put myself real in debt, like in debt a lot. But I had a great time, like great college experience there. It was amazing. I think being at Louisville, I realized that I didn't want to do nursing. I always liked like anatomy and everything. I took anatomy my senior year of high school and fell in love with it. So I was like, oh, this is what I want to do. I was like, so I know I want to do something with the body, but I don't know how. And then I was like, I would like to work with babies. So I was like, okay, I want to be a neonatal nurse practitioner. And I was taking classes, but it wasn't even like the health classes and all of that. It was more of general basic classes, but you know, going into it, that's what you have to do. At Louisville, I started to feel lonely because, you know, my friends were all back in Indiana. Everybody was at IU Bloomington and everything like that. One of my friends, my closest friend that I had at Louisville, she went home a lot on the weekends. Like every weekend she'd go home, so I'd be there on the weekends by myself, and I'd be kind of bored and lonely. And back when I was in college, I wasn't really that good at making friends. I had some other friends, don't get me wrong, I did, but I don't know, I just felt like, wow, why most of the day, the whole weekend, I was by myself. It was just crazy. Well, that's a lie. Some weekends I did go with my other friends to, like, I went to like a party or a couple parties or something, but nothing was ever really like, oh, for me, my friend's going to do this, me and my friend's going to do that. So I decided to transfer from University of Louisville to IU Bloomington, where my best friend was. It was my best friend, and then it was some of my other friends from school, from high school. I was like, okay, we all gonna be here, like this is gonna be fun. Don't get me wrong, Louisville is a big school, but IU Bloomington is like bigger than that, because when I tell you, when I got to IU Bloomington, I have walked so much. I walked at IU Bloomington more than I walked in my entire life. It was so freaking tiring just to go to class. Girl, I was taking the buses and still having to walk. It was, and then IU Bloomington has so many hills. It's so hilly, boy, them inclines. I tell you, you lose weight and you get a big booty walking to IU Bloomington. IU Bloomington was fun. Both of my roommates, I had a roommate at Louisville, and then I had a roommate at IU Bloomington. My Louisville roommate, she was really nice. She was just, she ate oatmeal out of the oatmeal pack, like, you know, a pack of oatmeal. She would eat it out of there. And when I first saw her do it, I was like, maybe she don't got no bowls. But then I saw her continuously do it, and I was like, okay, different. It was different. So IU Bloomington was a little bit less fun than it was at Louisville, but I feel like it was less fun because of myself. I didn't really go out or do stuff with my friends or anything like that. Like I hung with my friends like a few times, but I feel like I should have done it more. IU Bloomington Jasmine was in love, so I was in that room talking to that boy. So that's neither here nor there. But that was the gist of IU Bloomington. They had good food though. IU Bloomington's food was better than Louisville and IUPUI, I'm not gonna lie to you. But let me get into the next transition. So, as I told y'all, I was majoring in kinesiology at IU Bloomington. I wasn't happy. It just came to it. I wasn't happy. It just didn't feel right. It felt like I should have the type of college experience where I fit in, where I actually want to be there, where I actually feel like doing it. And mind you, my grades were always good. I mean, I did good in college. I decided that I wanted to transfer again, and this time I was going to transfer to IUPUI. It was downtown Indianapolis, so like 20 minutes away from my parents. IU Bloomington is like, what, an hour or something like that. I was at IUPUI. Like I told y'all, I just was not comfortable at IU Bloomington. I don't know, it just didn't feel like it really fit fit for me. Like, I was just like, oh my god, I'm not making friends. I have my friends here, why am I not hanging out with them and stuff like that? But I still didn't feel like I was enjoying my college experience. I transferred to IUPUI, and there I actually got into the exercise science program type of thing or whatever. You know, I was in that degree, that major. That is where I found out that a bunch of my classes did not count. So that chemistry class that I took at University of Louisville didn't count. The English class, W131, didn't count. Math class didn't count. The medical terminology class that I took at IU Bloomington didn't count at IUPUI, when literally IUPUI is Indiana University, Purdue University, Indianapolis. Literally it's the same school. They didn't count it. Yeah, so I was basically like 2 semesters behind at this point. But I was like, I'm still going to it. Like, I'm still gonna go in and I'm still gonna do it, and we're gonna get this degree. That's what I was saying. We're not gonna get into everything that happened at IUPUI because it was just too much. I will just say that I didn't enjoy my experience at all. I went there and it was completely different than what I thought it was going to be. I don't know. I feel like it could have been the fact that everything happened the way that it happened, that I didn't enjoy the school so much. Because I feel like if I went there and things went how I was thinking it was going to go before I transferred, then, you know, it would have been fun. It would have been cool and all of that. But it wasn't a good time. I don't even want to elaborate on it. It's always in my memory, you know, a lot of the stuff that happened and the way that stuff happened, it altered a lot of things in my life in the way that things were going. But I can say that the dorms was nice. First of all, I had a single. I had my own dorm. First of all, let me tell you this. My freaking dorm kept being on the 11th floor. I don't know what's going on. I was on the 5th floor at IUPUI because they didn't have 11 floors. At freaking Louisville, I was on the 11th floor of the tower. That's the top floor, 11 freaking floors. And do you know the damn elevator used to break all the time? Y'all, this one time, I'm all over the place, I know, but bear with me. This one time, I'm in the elevator and I'm literally going down to get my DoorDash, y'all. I'm in the elevator. It's been shaky and all that, but I'm used to it by now because it's like towards the end of the semester. I'm in the freaking elevator, y'all, and this mug stops. It stops. The lights flicker. I'm like, oh no, no, this ain't how I'm gonna die, Lord. This is not how I'm gonna die. I start pressing all the buttons. I'm pressing all of them. I'm freaking out, and then I don't have service in the elevator, y'all. I was freaking the out. And so then the elevator doors open this freaking much, and I'm like in between the floors, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm about to die. This is real. I'm about to die like this. So I'm pressing the call button. I'm pressing everything. I'm pressing every damn number and everything. I was going crazy. I kid you not. And then it went to the floor below and opened all the way. I got out. I went down the stairs, and then I came back up the stairs. I said, I'm not doing it no more. I'm not getting stuck in that again. No. But I was on the 11th floor there, and I was also on the 11th floor at freaking IU Bloomington. Ain't that crazy? IUPUI got pretty boring too. After everything fizzled out, like after everything was done over with. I had friends there, but they were very fake. Like, I told you I wasn't gonna get into this. I promise I told you I wasn't gonna get into this. But I just feel like when I went to IUPUI, there was so many fake people around me. Like, I don't understand how you could actually act the way that you act as a grown adult. All tea, all shade. But anyway, yeah, at IUPUI, there were so many people who were faking being my friend because of a guy, which was weird. Girl, honey, girl, I'ma just say this. These heifers said they was gonna vote me off the floor of a dang on dorm building. Why you hate me so much? I'ma just leave it at that, because if I go any deeper, then I'm gonna tell the whole entire story. And at the end of the day, you still didn't get the man. How about that? I promise you, if you know me, you know I'm non-confrontational. I don't cause problems with nobody. I don't go in trying to take nobody man. I don't go in trying to do none of that. None of that. I don't do anything. I went into this floor and these girls literally hated me, plotted on me all together. I didn't do anything but mind my business with my man. Mine. It was mine. He was mine. I didn't do anything. I literally just went there and they hated me over a man that wasn't theirs. Never been. Still ain't. just saying. Me now is such a different person than I was back then, because back then that made me like insecure about myself. It made me think like, wow, why does everybody hate me? Like, why? What did I do? I feel like I'm a nice person, I'm pretty, like why are they like trying to act like I'm this ugly girl who doesn't? Girl, because of you, because you are who you are. I wish I could pull up the pictures of these heifers. I wish I could, but I can't. Y'all be like, Jasmine, are you serious? You was acting like that? Girl, I'm ashamed of myself too. The girls at IUPUI hated me, but then they act like they were my friends, and they were just weird. I don't know. I had a couple real friends there, and I appreciate them. I don't know, sometimes when a female is intimidated by another female, they act out, and then when another female decides to lash out with them, then it's like, oh yeah. It was a difficult time, but I made it out of there on the dean's list, okay? Depressed, stressed, all these problems going on. I had harder classes than I had ever had. I was doing the damn thing. My grades and all of that was coming first. At the end of first semester, I started feeling like, what is this all for? I started questioning if I actually wanted to do this school and everything. I was just questioning it. I wasn't 100% sure or anything like that, because I'm like, what do I actually want to do with my life? Like, I just really did not know at all. At that point, I was like, I'm not with this college stuff. Like, I really don't want to do it, but I'm gonna do it so my parents don't say nothing. So I was still doing the college stuff, and then they were like, okay, everybody has to go home after spring break. We went home. I bought my camera, and I was thinking about content creating and stuff. I did register for classes for August of 2020 through December of 2020. However, September of 2020, I got my first work from home job, and me and my buddy, we both worked the same work from home job and moved the heck out of our parents' houses. Yeah, that was the start of adulthood, and real adulthood, and bills and things like that. But yeah, moving out really pushed me to get on my content creating stuff, and I'm so glad that I did that. And I'm so glad that I went through the whole process of college and everything just to see that I didn't want to do it, even though, you know, I'm left with about $17,000 in debt. But I'm gonna pay that off because social media pays good. I'm done rambling. I just told you my whole story of how I came to the conclusion of being a content creator. It was long and hard, but I did it. Anyway, y'all, I am going to go ahead and wrap this food up and watch me some Criminal Minds. I will see y'all in the next video.